Wow. Just wow. Lauren, you look absolutely stunning. Truly. Everybody, since we're standing, can we maybe quick get a round of applause for the exceptional bride this evening? I can't even imagine how many hours you must have spent in hair and makeup this morning, how many appointments you've been to over the past few weeks, how many dozens of dresses you must have tried on. You absolutely crushed it. Evan, thank you for showering this morning. I really appreciate that. Do we have any gel in the hair at least, or nothing? Okay, cool. So on the most important day of your life, you couldn't be bothered with basic hair care products. Good. Good to know who's carrying the weight around here. Shall we? Before we get the ceremony rolling, I would like to start off by saying thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who are here today. I know several of you have traveled literally from coast to coast to be here. These efforts are not lost on the bride and groom. Thank you on behalf of them for your efforts to join us on this beautiful afternoon. Secondly, I would like to reiterate, per the bride and groom's request, that there be no amateur iPhone 14 photographers in the audience. Evan and Lauren have already hired someone who owns an actual real camera to capture all of the wonderful moments from the ceremony and, of course, all of the drunken dance moves this evening that will no doubt be used as blackmail in various group chats down the line. And third, I would like to take a quick moment to reflect on the loved ones who are not able to be here today. However, we know they are looking down on us, smiling from above. Thank you. To everyone in the audience, I would like to formally introduce myself. My name is Kieran, and I have had the honor and privilege of calling both Lauren and Evan two of my best friends over the past few years. Oh, sit down. I should have said that. My bad, folks. I mean, if you want to stand. I have had the honor and privilege of calling both Lauren and Evan two of my best friends over the past few years. And like all great friendships, I can't remember the exact moment I met either one of them. However, I am absolutely sure I cannot imagine life without either one of them. That said, today wouldn't be today without some funny stories that truly encapsulate our friendship. Lauren, one of the earliest memories I have of meeting you was when you, Brad, and I decided to attend a crawfish boil at Little Woodrow's right next door to the office. Having never been to a crawfish boil, I had absolutely no idea how poor of a choice it was to wear white. Over the course of the next 30 minutes or so, I fought as hard as I possibly could to keep said white t-shirt clean before eventually losing this battle to an Arab piece of crawfish. Needless to say, the shirt was a goner. In an attempt to make light of the situation, I leaned over to you and whispered, "Hey, do me a favor and don't make too much fun of me for spilling on myself." And you responded with, "Have you seen me?" Before standing up to show me that more of your meal had ended up on your stomach as opposed to in it. This moment was such a wonderful precursor to so many more memories we have made along the way. Your ability to laugh and smile through every situation has made you a wonderful friend, a wonderful compliment to Evan, and will without a doubt make you a wonderful partner and wife. Evan, much like the first memory I have of Lauren, our friendship started off on slightly messy terms. You and I had barely spoken before agreeing to move in with one another after I had just gone through a breakup. I can only imagine the craziness you must have endured during the early stages of us living together. Me, a newly single 25-year-old running around downtown Rainey buying enough bachelorette party shots to make even Nadeem jealous. Yet, you never once judged me for how late I came home or what craziness I was up to. Eventually, you opened up, and instead of explaining to me all the nuances of your racing bikes or your incredibly impressive toolbox that you have built over the years, you finally started sitting on the couch with me, watching stand-up bits, John Oliver, South Park reruns, so many so that I am sure Lauren has heard us on repeat remark the phrase, "Sodo Sopa." During these crazy times of my life, you were such a welcomed, calming presence. Your ability to tackle each and every day with such a quiet, strong, steady approach has made you a wonderful complement to Lauren, and will without a doubt make you a wonderful partner and husband. Lauren, despite your inability to function properly outside of a 4-degree thermal range, or the fact that every waiter and bartender in Austin cringes a little bit when you walk in the door, or the fact that you still don't know the meaning of the word whisper, I have never made eye contact with you without smiling. I have never happy houred with you without laughing, and I am 100% sure you are immune to the phrase awkward silence. I have no doubt you would travel to the ends of the earth if it meant you could find the correct skincare products or a margarita without sugar. But I also know your constant mother hen-like approach to the people you care about also knows no boundaries, and I have no doubt you would go to any length for the people you care about. Evan, despite your golf swing falling apart more than it should, or the fact that you will never be able to keep up with all of LP's pop culture references, or the fact that you can't fight the urge to replicate someone's accent every time you hear it. Every time you walk into a room, the Wi-Fi signal seems to get a bit stronger. The blue yum-yums seem to go down a bit smoother. And of course, all of our split-wise issues finally get settled. Yes, Lisa, I am talking to you, for God's sakes. Your incredible intention in which you live your life, working each and every day to be the best version of yourself, and allowing life to come to you rather than chase it, will be an absolute necessity for both you and Lauren moving forward, as I have seen firsthand just how often Lauren wanders off to make friends with strangers who offer her a mimosa. Yet, each and every time you have quickly and effectively prevented Lauren from spending way too much money on a cheap bottle of champagne and an eyedropper full of OJ. I must confess I am not a married man, but from what I have heard, marriage can be a bit tricky at times. And if there is anything I have learned over the years, effective communication is the fastest way to solve any issue. Lauren, if things ever begin to get a bit difficult with Evan, I would suggest you try communicating with him in a way in which he will understand. Think of marriage a lot like playing the game of golf. It's expensive, it takes time, practice, focus, and the occasional silly outfit. To get to the end of the round, you will without a doubt need a few drinks. It will make you jump for joy 1 minute and scream the next. Know that there will be moments when everything is going just fine, before one moment it all blows up and you just need to scream, "What the for?" Remember that if things get a bit boring, we don't play golf or get married for the average moments or the average shots. We get married for the few swings around that it all comes together and us idiots get to look back at our buddies and say, "See, that one? Yeah, she's mine." Remember that you are here because you have chosen to have Evan at this person that you want to experience this magical game with. That no matter how good or bad it all goes in the end, you will come back each and every day because you are in love. Evan, if things ever get a bit difficult with Lauren, I would suggest you try communicating with her in a way in which she will understand. Think of marriage a lot like making the best margarita in town. Simply assuming you understand what your wife has to say because you read what was on the menu does not mean you fully understand the process to make said margarita. You need to ask questions, lots of them, even when you already know the answer. Ask her questions like, "How did you manage to make this drink so tasty?" Let her tell you in great detail. When you think she is done explaining this process to you, just know she still has more to say. Let her talk. At the end of her telling you exactly how she made this delicious margarita, tell her it is without a doubt the best drink you have ever had, even if it's the exact same drink you had just yesterday. Remember that even on the most routine Tuesday afternoon, when you are sitting at Matt's El Rancheros, drinking the same margarita you have had a million times, remember that you order this margarita each and every day because there is simply no other drink on the menu you could ever imagine having dinner with. All that to be said, before we get to the I do part of the wedding, I personally want to say thank you. Thank you both for late night card games over glasses of wine. Thank you for impromptu trips to Florida beaches. Thank you for happy hours that saved abysmal work days. Thank you for reminding me over and over again that men's bodies simply do not have enough estrogen in them to properly protect them from various heart-related illnesses. Thank you for afternoons spent on the golf course and evenings spent eating sushi. Thank you both for being two of my best friends. But most importantly, thank you both for being each other's best friend. Having had the privilege of knowing you both over the past few years, it has been an absolute joy watching you two meet, fall in love, and decide that you two will now be each other's forever person. At this time, the bride and groom would like to exchange their vows. Lauren, if you could please repeat after me. I, Lauren, take you, Evan, to be my husband. I promise to encourage and inspire you. To laugh with you in times of joy. And to comfort you in times of sorrow. Evan, please repeat after me. I, Evan, take you, Lauren, to be my wife. I promise to encourage and inspire you. To laugh with you in times of joy. And confront you in times of sorrow. This is not a trick question. And to comfort you in times of sorrow. We got there. Ryan, can you please bring the rings? Evan, please place this ring on Lauren's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love. Lauren, please place the ring on Evan's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love. By the virtue of the authority vested in me under the laws of State of California and the American Marriage Ministries, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, I give you Mr. and Mrs. Crane.